So, before you freak out anymore, you have to know what you look like. Like, seriously, you can't go around like this. We have to find a bathroom, and I'm gonna have you look in the mirror, okay? Yeah, let's go to the bathroom. They're mixed anyway. I mean, they're mixed on multiple levels. They're carnivore and herbivores together, but they're also they're also just mixed. Um, yeah, everybody's allowed in. Um, yeah, let's go. Um, what are you doing? Um, well, you usually don't hold my hand like at all, but that's okay. Let's just make it to the bathroom. It's not far from here. Don't freak out seeing anybody, okay? Whatever this all supposed to be normal, okay? Yeah, it's all normal, so don't freak out. Okay, before we go inside, there might be other animals inside, so don't freak out when you see yourself, okay? Okay? You need to be sure to just accept what you're seeing, because that's your reality now, and um, I'll explain everything, okay? Okay, let's go in. Hello, is anybody using the toilet right now? Well, seems like nobody's here, so you can freak out as much as you want for a little bit. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, you have. I mean, you would have seen your hands already, but yes, those are your hands, and that's you moving them. But I know your face. It's probably not what you're used to, but just know that you do look stunning. So I don't know how you looked in um your other life or universe or whatever, but you looked you look really good. Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know how like how you're supposed to look like, but whatever you look like now, this is normal. Of course, you can go into stall and um I guess undress. Yeah, yeah. There's for everywhere. There is. It doesn't stop. Not really. Um, so unless you wanna trim some of it off or something, we have special clippers to do that if you want to. Um, some species do, some don't. It's sometimes it's a personal preference. I I'm not coming in there to look at you half naked. I know very well how I look like, so I can imagine what you look like. Yeah, that's wait, let me come in. There's somebody else here. Don't freak out and don't say anything stupid. Just don't say anything real quick. Just get dressed. Hi there. I'm just filling up your water bottle. Yeah. Okay, so they left. That's good. That yeah. They were looking at us because we're special in a way. Well, we so you don't know this, but you should know, is we kind of lied on our species um like naming whatever. Well, we both come from uh pure wolves, but it's complicated because we're a different type of wolf, and they're not common, and people don't like them. They just, the other animals don't like us because there has been an incident, maybe several incidents of our species doing bad things. And when that happened, we kind of isolated, and um, well, we're not looked at in the best light. We've been a rare species, and so there's not many of us. And when people know it's us, they look at us in a bad way. So that rabbit saying much to you is it's for the better. So the reason we're in the same dorm together, even if we're, you know, different genders, it's because it's the school thinks we're hybrids and they think we're dog wolf hybrids instead of the actual purebred wolves that we are. And it's easier for us to be called a mutt than be called a killer. Trust me, the reputation that we have is really bad, and it's just better to be called a mutt. Trust me. Trust me, you don't want to be kicked out of a place because people think you're a killer or a bad person. And and so we, you and me, have decided that it's best that we live this lie of being mixed and to be called bad things because we're mixed and because we are, I mean, we're rare because we're mixed, but we're also actually, genuinely rare because we're a rare breed of wolf. And so we just decided to stick together and to accept the fact that, we're called mutts. And so we decided that for our species, because there's so little left, that we should stick together at all times. And we convinced the board at school to have us be in one room. So that's kind of us, okay? That it's us against them. As carnivores, we already have it bad enough, but we, for some reason, met before we went into the school to identify ourselves and to get our papers to start school, and people were looking at us funny already because we're very distinguished. We're distinguishable from every other wolf. We're patchy. We look a bit different, and so we kind of were like, how do we get this heat off of us? And we decided to roll with the story that we have, that we're mutts and that we're dog wolf mixes. And so, for our safety and others, and just for our well being, they decided to put us together. So, instead of not being accepted in school, instead of being feared by every herbivore and a lot of carnivores, we just take a little bit of shit now. We just have to. Okay. I it just there have been some bad people interspecies that have done bad things, and they were involved with eating um, herbivores, and it just wasn't a good story. And we have for the last 10 years we've had to kind of tiptoe our way around it, okay? And so that's where we are, you and me. And I have, or you have, to keep living this lie with me that we are half breeds and that we're mutts. And okay, I have to make sure that you understand how severe this is. This is not just about getting kicked out of school. This is a lot worse, okay? You understand me? Okay. You can continue looking at your muzzle and your snout and look at your teeth. It's okay. I try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how you switched consciousness with somebody from a different universe, but this is your reality now, okay? And I'm sorry you get flung into this. And what are you doing? I'm sorry. I know this is a lot. Usually you're not the hugging type. I'm sorry I tensed up, but you you actually look quite different than you did yesterday. Your eyes, they look differently. They're the same eyes, but the way you look with them is not as angry. It's like the eyes that are looking at me now haven't lived a life of ridicule and resentment of all the other animals around us. It's kind of nice to see it this way, even though it's not you. Thank you. I had to be more mature because of the situation we're in. We both had to be. And I'm sorry that maybe I'm too serious compared to your other universe version of me, but that's the reality we live in. I'm just looking at you. It's I know I'm looking at a different person, but you just look so different. You know, for knowing you this long, you act very different. And it's weird for me too. Because you wouldn't be holding my paw right now. You just wouldn't. You would tell me to shut up and to move on with our day, and you just ignore them when you're here so compassionate and understanding. I'm not used to this, okay? But we have to get going because we've been in this bathroom and it doesn't smell the best, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I know. We smell a lot bad. Like, we smell really good. We have a good nose on us, you know? So, what classes did you have in your other universe? Because if you say you were hairless, you're probably gonna have a whole different class of biology and maybe even history. So, The other subjects are still, I guess, normal. You have math, right? Okay, so everything else seems the same, I think. You're just gonna have to pay a little bit more attention. Mm-hmm. No, you're gonna be fine. You can copy my notes, even though they're horrible, and your other use notes are probably still in our dorm. So I'll let you read over them in a bit, okay? Um, let's just skip school for now and let's go back to our dorm and figure stuff out, or we can do the classes. Just I'll go with you and you can have a normal ish day, I suppose. Just whenever you don't understand something, please ask me. It's very important that you don't freak out. Of course. I'll always be there for you, okay? Mm-hmm. I think you have biology, so we're gonna get screwed on your first hour of the day as well. Mm-hmm. Let's go. I wouldn't want to miss you freaking out about biology.